Good morning, friends. I have my coffee. Let's go do a morning garden walk. It's my birthday, so I can't think of a better way than to start it with coffee in the garden with my friends. I figured something out about these strawberries. Some of them turn red, but some of them are ripe and ready. They're like kind of a white yellowy color. They're actually pretty sweet, not red, so I don't really know. I pulled all of the pine berries out that I had put in that side because these are some that I planted that are supposed to be a white strawberry. So I pulled out all the pine berries so that these could continue to spread and fill out this bottom section here. I mean, you can see like that's as big as they've gotten. Like, see how this is, it never got red. That is ripe and ready. So interesting. Still have not pruned the grapes yet. And I think we're already starting to get some of the spot, like some of the black spot on them. So, I don't know. But these have already turned and started in. I don't know. I gotta figure something out about this. I have several paste tomatoes that are starting to blush. These are Russian purple. You can see the sun scald has gotten this one. I've got lots of cherry tomatoes that are starting to turn. I had a handful of them yesterday when I came out. I have not pruned any of my tomatoes this year. You can see they're kind of just laying out, going wild. I've just let them be wild. I typically prune them pretty heavily and definitely usually have like hardly anything down low, but I've just let them go. Look at this lovely sunflower. It's gotten huge. Finally got a sunflower open up top. But look how tall it is. It's so big. And that one up there is opened as well, but look how tall. The green beans, I've harvested a lot of green beans off of them. These are my Kalima beans, and so I'm just gonna let them go to seed, like let the beans dry so I can save the seed. I tried to plant a second wave last year and they just did not grow well. So I'm not gonna waste the seed this year. They stopped blooming really, so I'm gonna let what's on there right now go ahead and make seed for me for next year. I have some kale seed ready to harvest. I need to come out and do that. The noodle beans are going pretty crazy. They're very full. I've been selling some of the noodle beans on the farm stand. And then we've been eating a lot. We've had noodle beans almost every night. We may start getting burned out on them. Y'all, check this. Cucumber plant is climbing up my sunflower here. It's like all sprawled out over here. And it's just all entangled up here on this sunflower. It's taking over the yard a little bit too. These are those lemon cucumbers. You can see those. They're really cool for snacking on. We like those. Oh, look at this one, guys. Sun's right in the way. Look. Love that. And check out this Swiss chard. Look how giant it is. That might be one of those giant Ford hook Swiss chards. I've never let one get that big before. The deer have been coming in and nibbling on my okra, which is so funny because look, like this one is completely untouched, but then this one has been nibbled down. This one's been nibbled on. And then these all over here have been nibbled on and they're starting to grow back, but the deer came through and nibbled all the leaves off of them, but they left everything else alone. It's crazy. Getting a lot of those cherry tomatoes coming off, and then a bunch of yellow currants are ready. I need to come and tie up some of these tomatoes that are kind of leaned over. We have been getting so many raspberries. Every day we come out and pick like a bowl full. The girls have really been enjoying having so much fruit in the garden this year. Check out this loofah trellis, you guys. I think she's in need of a haircut already. I keep throwing the vines up and kind of tucking them in, but she's going wild and crazy. We have one big loofah gourd in there already. The rest of them are really just getting going. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? I think this is Christine's favorite part of the garden. I think this is my favorite part of the garden this year. This lemon squash is really still going strong. I had to pull the zucchini because vine borers got to it. So I pulled the zucchini out and replanted this Malabar spinach. It's so wild. It's already reached the top of the trellis. These pickling cucumbers have already reached up to the top too. These magic beans growing, doing pretty good. And then we have our banana melons. They look like they're trying to, our banana melons are trying to reach over to the squash plants, it looks like. I love these little candy cane stripe zinnias. They're so cute. These elderberries have gotten massive, and there are so many berries and blossoms on here. I may do like a U-pick or just like sell the clusters of the berries. Now I may dehydrate some berries, harvest and dehydrate berries to sell on the farm stand because we still have a giant jar of berries from last year. Just do like a U-pick. I'll let people schedule a time to come and they can pick like so many pounds because I think we're gonna have another amazing harvest of elderberry this year. These scallop squash, I have picked a ton of them off. I'm gonna show you the one that I picked the other day. It was as big as my head, y'all. Look at this scallop squash that I missed. It's huge. It was just hanging off the side of my garden bed. Tramoncino squash. We've got two growing. The vine is still very healthy, even though it's got a ton of squash bug eggs on it. The crookneck squash has kind of taken off a little bit again. These Kajari melons, I'm pretty excited. This is the first year we've had such a great growth of like such great growth on these. Look at that big one. See if I can show you. Look at that big one down in there. It's a big one. I think that one will be ready first probably. But there's a bunch of Kajari melons, a bunch of smaller ones getting going on here. That's so exciting. I've got more beans trying to put off over here, but the melons are trying to take over. These are a sweet passion cantaloupe, and there's a ton of them. I'm pretty excited about those too. I wish I had planted some sugar baby watermelons on one of these arch trellises. After seeing how well all of these melons have done, I wish I had put like a smaller watermelon. We've just never had great luck with good melon growth, and I think after one of these cucumbers is like done and it's time to take it out, I'm gonna try to plant a sugar baby watermelon in its place and see how it does. I came in and trimmed up all of my strawberry runners the other day, try to force them to make some fruit. Have a seat. The greenhouse, everything's really jamming over there. I need to harvest the basil and make some pesto. So that is kind of on the agenda for this week. I had to put green beans away And I'm also in the middle of trying to make relish. I gotta get some onions because none of mine are ready yet. My dad came over to wish me a happy birthday, and he caught me walking outside and he was like, I can't ever see you over here in the garden anymore. It's so grown up and full. I can't ever tell if you're over here. I have to come and like actually look for you. Here's a quick glimpse of this front space. All of the purple whole peas, which are going to start putting off soon. More cucumbers, then melons, watermelons, and cantaloupes. Really hopeful that the watermelons take off. Our pumpkins. How exciting is this? Look at that pumpkin in there, man. I'm so excited. Thank you for coming and walking through the garden with me on my birthday, sharing a cup of coffee that now has cucumbers in it, sharing a cup of coffee in the garden. I couldn't think of a better way to start my birthday. I'll see you the next time you come by.